Runners taking a turn in the collecting area. Flags are now raised. Stand by for the starts. Coming in. And they're off. Racing in the 2025 at Sky Bet Peterborough Steeple Chase at Grade 2 level over just shy of 2.5 miles with 16 fences to take on their way round. Last year's winner Djelo, prominent early on in the dark blue jacket as they take fence number 1. St. Sam lands in second place, those red sleeves and cap. A little wider out, the cheap pieced Hitman, closely attended to by Boomborn. Out over the water jump, Edwardstone tucking in last of the 5 as they go into the back straight now. St. Sam on his seasonal debut looked really well beforehand. Just about now 3 to lead from Djelo in second place and Charlie Deutsch. Hitman wider as they take fence number 3. Boomborn just in behind them. And then Edwardstone as they safely cleared the first 3 fences. And now onto another fence over on the far side. This time an open ditch. And it was St. Sam who landed with the lead. Winner of the Clonmel Oil Chase last season. Leading by about a neck to Djelo, who put in a big jump there to the outside. Djelo, who'd won on his reappearance in the Charlie Hall last time. Hitman settles in third position. And then came Boomborn in the pink and blue. And Edwardstone last of the 5 under Tom Cannon. A 7-time previous winner over fences, of course. Previous winner of the Tingle Creek and Arkle a few years ago. So down the side of the course, no jumping on this part of the steeplechase course. St. Sam to the inside of Djelo, the leading 2. Length and a half away to Hitman, who won on seasonal debut in the Old Roan Chase at Aintree last time, ending quite a significant losing run that day. Boomborn goes along in 4th, a Grade 2 winner as a novice last season, and then came Edwardstone, 2 shades of blue. First of the 4 in the home straight this time. Over fence number 6, St. Sam from Djelo. Length and a half away to Boomborn and Hitman wider. Then Edwardstone, this will be the final jump next time around. Obstacle number 7 this time. On the way towards the winning line first time around. Next they'll be taking an open ditch at fence number 8. It's St. Sam from Djelo towards the outside. Very little in it between them. Hitman wider from Boomborn under Harry Cobden. And then came Edwardstone going by the winning line and now to the open ditch. Djelo towards the outside, jumped better there than St. Sam going out over fence number 8. Boomborn now rushing up to grab second place on the approach towards the 9th. Hitman not far behind. St. Sam has now dropped back to 4th and Edwardstone remains last of all. I turn the right-hander then to head down the side of the course and now to their next plain one, which was their first a circuit ago. Jump number 10. It's Djelo and Charlie Deutsch from Boomborn. Hitman back in 3rd place. A good few lengths away now to find St. Sam. He's been challenged for 4th by Edwardstone. And St. Sam didn't jump that at all well. He was very low at that fence and he's now dropped out to last. Now the water jump. Djelo popped over nicely. St. Sam's jumping's gone to pieces at the back. He didn't handle the water very well at all. He's now dropping right away. Into the far side they go. Fence number 12. It's Djelo from Boomborn in 2nd. Hitman wider out. Encouraged over that fence. Then Edwardstone. And St. Sam has really thrown in the towel at the back of the field and could well be pulled up. And he has been. St. Sam has been pulled up before that open ditch. So 4 remain in the Peterborough Chase, and it's last year's winner Djelo that leads them towards the final fence on this line. Hitman encouraged on the outside to grab second place, but Boomborn is with him. Edwardstone is next, and now just been rustled along. So on towards the end of that far side run now. Djelo leading by a length over Hitman, who's racing towards the outside of Boomborn. Edwardstone still going okay back in 4th. Now perhaps coming under a bit of pressure as they work down the side, and none going better than the leader, which is Djelo. Djelo by a length and a half to Boomborn towards the inside of the cheap-pieced Hitman. Then Edwardstone, last of the 4 who remain as they turn the way towards home. And it's Djelo who travels strongly by 4 lengths over Hitman in 2nd. Boomborn off the bridle in 3rd. Edwardstone trying to stay on, racing around the outside of rivals now. On they go towards 2 out, and it's Djelo held together in front. He pops over. He's clear by 5 lengths. Edwardstone now doing best of the remaining runners. He's 2nd. Hitman are ridden along third, then Boomborn. The final fence for Djelo. He comes to it. He's over okay. Edwardstone in second place, 8 lengths behind. Hitman's a tired third, and then Boomborn racing up the run in now, and it's all about Djelo. He's going to repeat last year's win. Charlie Deutsch over a good few looks round. Edwardstone plugging on in second place. But this would be very nice indeed for Djelo. Back-to-back wins in the Peterborough Chase. Djelo the winner. Front of Peter Davis, Charlie Deutsch and Venetia Williams. Edwardstone was home in second. Hitman third. Last of the 4 to get round. Boomborn.
It's double delight for Djelo in the Peterborough Chase. He wins back-to-back feature contests here at Huntingdon. Charlie Deutsch and Venetia Williams come home in front in style. The 6-5 on favourite wins this race once again, and through the dreary gloom, he has shown most of the pomp and swagger that he did last year to win the race. He has done this very nicely and has taken advantage of St Sam not really going a yard in this contest. Both Boomborn, Hitman were off the bridle from some way out. Edwardstone in the end has finished a very valiant second on just his 3rd start over a trip like this in his career. But Dan Barber, it was all about Djelo. He really is a proper horse.
Yeah, that was just life affirming. That it was brilliant to watch. And that 3-out leap when the race is just starting to take shape, I could watch that on a loop for an hour, or sounded like Alan Partridge then, for at least an hour. It was just glorious to watch. He's so nimble. It's hard to put into words just how athletic he is, because he can get in close or stand off, and he might brush through the odd one and he nudges the last a bit. He's just so quick and efficient, and St Sam didn't run any race at all. He seemed totally discouraged by the fact he didn't get into this clear lead that he's become so used to. Djelo, with Charlie Deutsch, mindful of what might happen, the tactical dynamic, made sure that Harry Cobden wasn't going to get the easy that might have been anticipated. Hitman has wilted as you expected he would under these conditions. Boomborn's going so slow he's almost in reverse by the run-in, and Edwardstone's the one who's emerged from the pack. He's tried as hard as he possibly can and has probably done enough to show he's fine over this trip, but Djelo just put in a work of art performance where everything was brilliant from start to finish. Seeing so many of these horses arriving on the scene now, Tom, in recent days, good ones returning. We've just seen Majra versus Founder 50, and it's a bit cliche, but isn't this why we're in this game, just to see things like this? Absolute pleasure to watch that. And
all those nerves that Venetia Williams had before the race, well, I can't imagine there were too many of them during the race, because he was going that well, he was jumping that fluently. And you can look at Charlie Deutsch there taking a glance over his shoulder, never in any doubt whatsoever. We were saying, weren't we, earlier on, Dan, we don't necessarily believe that he's a bona fide Group 1 or Grade 1 horse. He's possibly a Grade 1.5 horse, but I'd like to see him down at the top table again, because I think he's improving.
As would I. This is just a 7-year-old. It's easy to assume, because he's been such a high achiever already in his career, that he might be on the other side of the hill, and he just isn't. He should really be coming into his prime at the moment. I, like you, agree. His form on paper is sort of Grade 1.5 standard, but not in a million years would I suggest that he can't make up, when the ground's soft, into a proper Grade 1 horse. Thinking of races, maybe there's a slight nuance with, I mean, his flexibility in terms of track is there for all to see. He didn't seem to like Windsor last season, for one, but normally he's dependable whichever way he goes. But you can see him in something like a Denman Chase or races like that. Yeah, and if they want to experiment as a Gold Cup contender, they might look at something like a Cotswold in the run-up to it, when the ground is likely to be tested as well. But wherever he goes, I agree with you. Just because he might have come up short in the past doesn't mean that a horse who's rising only 8 and has his level of ability isn't going to establish himself amongst the top echelon of staying chasers. Yep, that's all possibility for the future. But today, the Peterborough Chase goes the way of Charlie Deutsch there, Venetia Williams and Djelo.
Yes, and thank you very much, Tom. And considering Charlie Deutsch, it's been a little while since the last one, and we talked about Venetia Williams at the start of the season. He'd ridden that horse, so he knows very well with the utmost confidence, and dominated that. Djelo 5-6 becomes the first horse since Racing Demon in the early 2000s to win this race in successive years. Edwardstone, valiant, best of the rest, 14-1, finished 4 3/4 lengths second.
It is 2 Peterborough Chases on the bounce for trainer Venetia Williams and Djelo. Venetia, very well done indeed. I say you never had a moment's doubt during that race. I'm sure you had plenty, but he won so well.
It was absolutely a joy to watch, but I can't deny that for the duration of it, I was particularly nervous, but yeah, great to see him jump the last and Charlie be able to take a pull running to the line.
There's something about this racecourse and these conditions that he just loves, isn't it? Same last year, that Elan, that aplomb in the jumping department. He just seems to relish every moment.
Well, you say that, but actually he's one of the few horses that seems to run well on any ground. You know, he's won on very testing ground, and however much it rains here, it never gets truly testing. But he's quick over the obstacles, and he's quick into his stride away. You know, which I think is his. You know, one of his best attributes.
And he's developing quite the CV now. I mean, a Denman Chase, 2 Peterborough Chases. He's got that Charlie Hall on board now as well. He's becoming quite the racehorse.
And he's still the youngest horse in the race today, so he's still only 7.
How much of a thrill was that, given the slightly under par season I suppose you're having, a bit like that, but how much of a tonic for you was watching that?
Huge. And I hardly ever drink, but now I get the feeling what it might be if I did.
Well, it might be a course of celebration to have a few drinks tonight after that as well, I suppose.
Well, we'll certainly be going for a glass of champagne in a minute.
Because you said to me you were so nervous before the race, and I imagine those nerves were borne out during the race, but at least now you can afford to relax and enjoy.
Absolutely, yes. Unfortunately, Charlie's going to be driving me home as well.
And I've got to ask, what's going to be the plan for Djelo going forward? Do you go the Gold Cup route now? What kind of thing are you thinking?
First things first, I always say, and all being well, he'll go for the King George now. And, you know, there's plenty of time to think about the new year after that.
And you wouldn't be worried about that being too quick a turnaround?
No, and I think, I mean, you never know till you try, but it would be important to take him there. And I know Charlie did say when he got off him just now, from the last to the line, he was thinking King George, which was why he was taking a pull.
And do you think he is a slightly more accomplished horse when the rain comes, or do you think it doesn't really matter too much?
I don't think it really matters. You know, you get different races and probably run at different tempos, but it's the same for all of them. And I think he can hopefully run his best on all conditions.
He does seem so versatile now. It doesn't really matter what track or trip.
Exactly. Well, we'll see.
Very well done today, Venetia, and yeah, fingers crossed for the King George now.
Thank you so much.
Charlie Deutsch has ridden Djelo to a 2nd straight Peterborough Chase victory. Charlie, very well done. That looked pretty easy in the end.
Very comfortable the whole way. He's a real pro. He sets a good gallop. He's in your hands all the time. He's quick over his fences. No, I was really just faultless, really. His jumping was just superb.
He looks like a joy to ride around this track. It was the same last year. Again, it looked like he really enjoyed everything.
Yes, yeah, everything was positive, ears pricked. Similar to last year, just pretty straightforward for me. I tried to get him to pop the last, and I probably should have just let him roll on down to it because we were already galloping. But yeah, it was strange to have so much time to and have choices, you know, at the end of a Grade 2. So yeah, pretty magic.
And it looked a deliberate manoeuvre in the early part of the race that you wanted to take on St Sam a bit. You knew you had that proven stamina in the bank.
Yeah, exactly. It was silly to not line up, and you never know in these races. Yeah, St Sam didn't really go. I didn't feel, and you've just got to go the pace that your horse is comfortable. And after a while, I was hoping. I had sense that Harry wasn't travelling as well, and I was hoping I could kind of take the lead then. And it worked out well. Just a lovely position to be in.
And what are the attributes, the qualities about this horse that make him so good, that make him that joy to ride, do you think?
He is just a professional. He's forward, he's genuine, tries, he's got ability, he's got speed, he's got stamina, he jumps, he's got a brain, he's not stupid. Yeah, there's not much to not like. Yeah.
So. I guess the elephant in the room has been the slightly under par form of the yard so far this season, but he's been the outlier, hasn't he? That winning the Charlie Hall and now today, and maybe this will be a catalyst to better form going forward.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, yesterday was puzzling day at Sandown, and there's been a couple of days, but it's still early, and yeah, I was a little bit muddled heading into today as to where we were with the horses, but it's just a very good classy horse like that. Gives you plenty of confidence, that's for sure.
Yeah, enjoy this moment. Very well done.
Thank you.
Thanks, Charlie.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.